Hello, this is Bo Doubleday, and welcome to my project, my game analysis. Let's start off very simple here, and let's explain what you're looking at. You're looking at Battle Block Theater. So this game is a 2D platformer developed by Behemoth, which was released in 2013. It's as you can see in the background, it's played with two people, so it's co-op. I will be showing you the single player version because I unfortunately do not have a friend sitting by me. Sad face. Anyway, it's a very cooperative and humorous game. It's the actual player, so the players themselves, me, we control prisoners who are forced to compete in deadly obstacles and basically entertain these sadistic sentient cats through theater. And I chose this game because it has been one of my favorite games for a while. I mean, it's so funny. It's so cool. It's such a good take on a puzzle-based game. The game itself is literally just puzzles, and you don't have to understand what's going on in the game to play the game. I mean, you can play as any of the different prisoners, and you can go through, as you can see, here we are. I mean, I'll be purple. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, we'll be red for ASU. So we'll be red, and we can go through and we can create all these things. These are all the different prisoners I've unlocked. We'll be red with the cardinal for the Arizona Cardinals. Here you go. Here's the theater-like part of the game showing. When it comes to the game itself, I can move around from left to right, up to down. I can hit this. I can use different tools. Let's see. There we go. And I can play different levels. Here are these sentient cats. And they're talking about other prisoners. That's not scary at all. But basically, the game itself falls into a puzzle platformer genre. Its emphasis on cooperative play, which I was able to show in the beginning, but I won't be able to show now, is basically what it's all about. The core game objectives are completing levels to reach the exit. As you can see, this next level is what I'm going to have to do. You have to collect gems, which you'll see, that unlock the exit, and they unlock new levels, and with those gems I can rescue prisoners and customize myself with those prisoners. As you can see, I am the cardinal prisoner. But yeah, so the actual game itself involves a lot of different things, which is swimming, running, wall climbing, gadgets, all to basically finish this level. So I'm actually going to show you. So I'm going through, I can jump, and I just got this gem. Here's a checkpoint, so if I die, I can now go there. There's the cat. He tried to get me, but he unfortunately cannot swim, as Hattie himself said. If you listened real close, you can actually hear him talking, and he will... There he is. So he basically reacts to what the player does. And so right there, I was able to finish the game. I was able to get everything that I need, get all the gems to unlock the levels. There's Hattie on the right there, actually, wearing his amazing hat. And so the actual game itself is, it reacts to the player. So the actual interactivity that the player has, I mean, I didn't have to kill that cat. I could go around him. I can change what I'm doing, change what I look like. The actual player interactivity and agency itself, there's a lot. But the story, the narrative, it's very linear. As I'm going to complete these 3 levels, not on camera, but I'm going to complete these 3 levels, and then it's going to unlock another 3 levels. Those 3 are going to unlock another 3. Those 3 are going to unlock the main stage, which is timed. So it's a time test, and once I finish that, I get the next cutscene, and I do that like 9 or 10 times, and then the game's over. So it's very, very linear. What I do in Chapter 1 won't affect what happens in Chapter 2 because everything's predetermined. It's kind of like a book. But the actual story itself, it follows a group of shipwrecked prisoners who are captured by these cats, these tyrannical cats, and they're forced to perform on deadly stages of production. As you can see, these are pretty deadly. I mean, if I don't take that, I die to the water. I could fall in right there. Actually, they didn't... Oh, no, if I remember this right. Yep. So that right there was just something that I learned after trying to record this video once before, and it actually didn't pick up my audio, but I can use that tool to jump up there. Oh. But anyway, so it's all about puzzles. The game is all about kind of like these deadly stage productions. As you can see, I literally died. I'm one of the prisoners, and I died while doing this. But me, the protagonist, I'm searching for my friend Hattie. Hattie Haddington is his name. He was the person on the right when you complete the level, and he's also the narrator in the background who has the craziest and funniest humor. But he's been brainwashed into becoming the cat's leader and kind of like the maestro of the whole show. And the narrative itself is delivered through these cutscenes and like the theatrical storytelling that like style that they are using. I mean, the game itself, it looks like it was drawn with like a pencil and paper and colored in. It's kind of got that like cartoony kind of like theatrical kind of look to it. But it's very engaging because of just the sheer amount of reactions that the actual narrator has and what goes on to the game. What I do as the player affects what happens through the dialogue, but not what happens with the story. See, so my overall experience with the game, it's very chaotic, it's very fun, it's very fast-paced, and it's really, really fun in cooperative play. But it creates a very hilarious and rewarding experience for the player. I mean, I have to sit there and master the movement. If I didn't just barely jump back into this game, I probably wouldn't have died there because my movement would have been a little better. But it takes a little bit of time to really get to know the movement of this game and some practice. And thanks to like the storytelling cues, the narrative itself is very easy to follow. It's very cut dry. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. But how you do it, you can do it however you want. It's a puzzle. It's very cooperative, but the actual game itself is sometimes frustrating because precision is actually required. Precision is required. If it wasn't for the humor of this game, I probably would have been really, really upset when I died right there. But it's so fun to listen to the different voice lines and listen to everything that goes on in the game. I mean, the actual story itself, the first time I played, I was emotionally drawn to the story. I wanted to know who Hattie was. I wanted to know what was going on. I looked into the lore. I listened to the cutscenes. I was very invested into this story. And that's what made playing through it very fun. I mean, it is just another puzzle game where you're going through and you have to complete puzzles and you have to complete levels and, outsmart the actual game itself. But the story itself was very, very fun to go through as I was playing these levels. I think with all of that being said, I think that is the last of what I must say. Thank you. And I hope that you get this game. It's on Steam, and it shouldn't be that much. It should just be maybe like $10, maybe $20 at most. I got it on sale for like $5. So maybe wait until then. Anyway, catch you in the next one.